Hello, welcome back everyone. Though I don't think anyone really actually watched the earlier Fallout stream. Yeah, we've got two in one day. We're gonna do a bit more of Trails of Cold Steel. And yeah, I got nothing much more to say than that. So how about we jump into the game? Because we finished. Well, we do have a bit more. We finished the prologue last time, and that was fun. Let me bring my mic a little closer so you can hear me a bit better. I need to stop saying yeah. So we finished the prologue, which when I looked at the two streams that was kind of close, it was 2.5 hours. So if I had just gone longer for the first stream, we could have had the prologue one and done. But yeah, so we're starting chapter 1, and that will be fun. I did not mean to rhyme. So let's just get into it and see what we've got going on next in the game. And now we're moving through several days later. Fair dormitory.
All right.
It's gonna adjust the mic, sorry if you hear anything. I'm assuming a family portrait.
Time to get going.
Or photo, I guess. The technology of this world is weird. Just straight up.
Reen!
Morning, Elliot.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
Sure. It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already.
I need to get out of the habit.
I think so.
usually speed.
I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least. Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Maybe sense.
Oh, okay then. He's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
Someone's got developed talents or some sort of psychic power. I mean, does that fit with the setting of this world? Probably not.
Huh.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning! Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late. Hey, wait for me, Lisa. We'll see you in class.
Yeah, we're still pushing this into the aspect, aren't we?
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long. She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to.
But what? If I wasn't fully paying attention, but it's been like 2 weeks or something.
Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually.
I mean, that's the hope, isn't it?
Class 7's got enough tension as it is, what with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats. So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can, whatever that may be.
I mean, he's trying, or at least he wants to try, but it doesn't seem like she'll give him the time of day. I mean, mean, like, A+ for effort.
These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they?
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
It's funny. I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture.
Yeah.
I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
It's because they have glasses, isn't it?
I'm sure. Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well, too. As are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right?
Yet neither of them seem very fond in rubbing it in their face. Except Eustace. He likes to... I feel like he's purposely stirring up Marcus.
And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kinda feels like I should address them more... formally.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end.
I mean, it's not... No, it is for lack of trying. No one's actually attempting to bridge this
When the
gap.
two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity.
Thank you. Someone finally said it.
I can't even
In
imagine what it
universe.
would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along.
An elaborate kidnapping ploy, maybe? Seems to work in the movies. Wait, they don't have movies. They have radio.
And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7. Dormitory number 2.
Yeah,
Ah, damn it.
I guess
thought
so, huh?
That was it. I believe that he was mentioning for the commoners.
I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
It would explain why it seems to be much further than every other dorm, which is right out the front gate.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
Hey, you're in our way.
Ah,
Ah, nobles. My favorite.
Class 7, I see.
is something the matter?
You're
Not
just a
just
ragtag
douchey.
bunch of nobodies, aren't you?
He had to say something douchey.
Come on, we're leaving.
Yes, Patrick! A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
Well. There you go.
So they're from one of the upper classes. This is why I hate talking to them.
That's fair.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives.
It's even elevated above the ground.
It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
Wow, really?
I mean, there's one literally sweeping out front.
Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet?
There are clubs.
Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
Jeez. For a military academy, there are some aspects that seem laid back. Well, they could be practical skills.
Stand, bow.
On top of it, it seems to be
Be
the
seated.
major education center for a lot of the Empire. At least one of the most important ones.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago.
Thomas Lysander.
This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions.
Not to be mistaken with the Final Fantasy version.
A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course.
I'm guessing
Rather,
it's very
I'd like to
valid.
discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights.
Huh.
The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession.
Okay.
He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself.
So a pretty traditional hero story there.
And that name, of course, was Dreikels Rhysei Arnor.
No, it's Dreikels. Yeah.
He would later become known as Dreikels the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia and father of the Renaissance.
Okay. That said, what he just explained is like the plot line in like a B-rate, like general RPG. Wandering prince makes an army, gets crowned king.
Not to mention the founder of this very academy. Dreikels' army was initially rather small in number, but as he traveled across the empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Dreikels first began gathering his army was Rheinschwarzer. Would you care to tell the class?
It wouldn't be Crossbell, because this only happened a while. Would have happened that long ago, and Crossbell is the site of a different game. He was a wanderer, so maybe not in a major city or something. A city one would consider good. I don't know, the word wanderer threw me a bit. Nord Highlands. Because I know Crossbell's the site of another game, so that's the only reason I wouldn't choose it. It seems too self-referential. Also, it's not, Crossbell's not in the Empire that I'm thinking about, because it's like a city-state or something. Anyway, I'm gonna go with the Nord Highlands. It was the Nord Highlands, a region in northeast Erebonia, so it's in the Empire. Oh, they stopped voicing. Prince Dreikels' wanderings led him to the land of Nord, where he spent the time where he lived as the where he lived with the vagabonds for some time. It was there where he learned the civil war was taking place in Erebonia, and those vagabonds of Nord became his very first allies. Yes, got it. Yeah, she read it in the book. Guess you didn't need my help after all. Yeah, we're definitely playing the Tsundere thing. academic points. By making good decisions, acting appropriately, and completing quests, you gain AP, academic points. Ranks. When you yeah, sorry. When you accumulate enough AP, your rank will increase the next time you report a quest. There are 15 ranks, ranging from B7 to A0. And each time your rank increases, you will receive a perk from the academy. Okay. So just try to do the most I can.
Nice work, everyone.
Try to be good.
You made it through another grueling day of classes. In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day. It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time.
I mean, isn't that a day off?
Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
Instructor Sarah is just a mood. But yeah, that's the definition of a day off. It's really the fact you can sleep all day.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one, so feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like.
So obviously the staff aren't necessarily free for, No, I need to rephrase that sentence. The staff aren't guaranteed to be available.
A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
Okay.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
Okay.
A practical exam?
I assume we're just gonna do a battle or something? Or are they gonna teach us a new combat aspect?
What does that entail exactly?
It's part of your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Oh, poor Elliot.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
Okay.
What?
Could you do that? They're 2 weeks in.
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow.
I still love the soundtrack though. This is still good. See if I can sort of grasp at least how the feel of it. Even though lately all my recordings make me sound like I'm a bit sick. I'm a little worried about the practical exam next week. I mean, I'm still just getting used to this stuff. I'd be happy to train you if you need a sparring partner. The gymnasium looks big enough. I'm sure we'd have no trouble finding a good spot for it. That's very kind of you to offer. But I was planning on attending club practice today. Oh, you've joined the club already? Which one did you pick? I decided to try for the band. Although I'm not sure how much use they'll have for a violinist. I didn't know you played the violin. Did you pick it up for fun? Did you just pick it up for fun? Yeah, something like that. How about you guys? Have you joined any of the school's clubs? What was Gaius' voice? Bit down to earth, bit on the deep side? I'm considering nope. That's just me talking now. I'm considering joining the art club. Arts, huh? Somehow, that's not what I pictured for you. No pun intended. Oh, he's got that. Do you have any artistic experience? I dabbled in it back home. Taught myself, although there's a chance although I feel... Taught myself, though. No. I'm gonna redo this line. Taught myself, though, so I feel like Zoe doesn't need that to be there. So I feel like I feel like this could be a good chance to learn proper technique. I might be wrong. I usually am. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. And in comes the instructor. Oh, good. Yep. I'm not gonna try with female voices. I barely do enough voices as it is. Oh, good. You're still here, instructor. Is there a problem? No. I was just hoping someone could do a teensy little favor for me. There's something I need picked up from the student council room. Something you need picked up? What would that be? That's for me to know and for you to find out. All I'll say is, it's absolutely essential to your school life. And someone needs to go get it. Though it doesn't matter who. Any volunteers? Sure, I'll go. If I show up to school council room and tell them you sent me, they'll know why I'm there, right? Wait. Are you sure you don't mind? You two have clubs to go to, right? I'm still undecided, so this shouldn't be a big deal. I can look in a few clubs myself along the way, in fact. Well, if you really don't mind. Thank you. The student council room is in the student union building next door, at the end of the hall on the second floor. It's open quite late, so there's no rush. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything. Really? I can feel the inflection. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Okay. Yeah, that she is ducking out on something she's probably meant to do herself. Yep, second floor. Is there a reason you're still here, though? Don't tell anyone, but I actually left the student registry in here and forgot all about it. Good thing I remembered, though. Otherwise, I would have had to sit through another one of the vice principal's lectures. She's not exactly a conventional teacher, is she? Let's say that again. There we go. Control the notebook contains slots are available. Oh, we can view the link for Elliot and Gaius. Okay, so still got access to them across the board. Turboman makes it easy. Can you say what the public one is doing? Focusing on extracurricular. 3 days tomorrow. Music room. Hi, Bell? And before you joke that my name rings a bell, I'm head of the wind orchestra. My name's a bit misleading though, since we focus more on just percussion and wind instruments. If you're interested in strings or something, we'd be more than happy to have you. You're doing whatever it... Okay. So this would be Elliot. Oh, you can see him. Oh, he's right here. Bridget. Play piano since I was a child. What do you think? Do I sound like an old noble and talk like that? Been playing for a while, but it'd be fun. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. So the leader of the club, the head of the club is a commoner, and the pianist is a noble. So obviously the sentiment of being an asshole noble isn't universal. Or at least not for every student. Which is a little nice. Considering we've already been introduced to, frankly, an asshole. Nothing relaxes me like having a violin in my hands. This academy seems really well equipped. This place might not be so bad after all. Okay, what a design. You strike me as very traditional mode. Instructor Mary. Oh, so instructors like me, some of the instructors like me themselves. It does look an awful lot like uniform. Oh! So she manages, Gaius's and, Elliot's clubs. That's nice. Nicholas Cage. Sorry, I had to make a joke like that. I'm dumb. But you want to learn the basics or essentials. Wait, what is it? I said that on double floor lobby outside. Said to the new member, just waiting that there's someone waiting to make an appearance. Someone's walking around. Shopping, the retail, just a little bit of retail therapy. A little bit of retail therapy is just what the doctor ordered after all those soul-sucking costs. I'm ready to spend. Good on you. I would expect that come out of someone wearing noble clothing, honestly. Does that make me classist? Maybe a little. Yes! Creating art while I'm surrounded by art. Being able to paint in a place like this is an invaluable experience. Definitely not something I was able to enjoy back home. I should ask him about his home sometime. It seems like an interesting place. Right, because he's from abroad. Hello? Lynn? It'd be Lynn. Probably. Because I assume the E is silent in names like this. Just joining this club was a mistake. Clara's supposed to be the head of the club, but she's so caught up in her own work she won't teach us anything. And then there's Gaius, who seems a little hard to encourage. Well, he's the only character I've seen with darker skin. And he has this tattoo on one of his arms, so I assume that his culture... And they don't have a class system, so I assume that every aspect of him basically screams being wrong to a person born and raised in the Empire. Clara. Yes, we have new members all of a sudden. Well, bully for them. I've got my own art to focus on. Shouldn't the club head be more friendly? Or at least kind of welcoming? I get the feeling that this club, she joined this club and she's here by seniority. The computer room? They have computers. I'm going to say this again, the technology of this world is weird. Okay, I can't enter any of the other classrooms because I don't have a map or anything. Class 7, we started here. Actually, we've got to go across the way. Let's go upstairs. Oh god, the game didn't crash, did it? Okay, good. It's fee. I was about to say phi, but really she said fee, which introduced herself. What are you doing? Being bored. That's not what I meant. Are you planning to join any clubs? How about I help you look around? Too much work. She's a difficult one. So that fits the character. Nice view from here. Might come up here when I'm bored. Oh, I see why it lagged. This outdoor area must load as one whole thing. As you can see, there's a character walk out there. And sitting there, and I bet if I go down there, they will still be doing that. Go to the student club room, but... So it looks like I only get a map on that screen if I'm in a dungeon. Okay, we checked everything on the roof and the second floor. Look around the first floor. What have we got here? Infirmary. Hello there, welcome to the infirmary. You seem healthier than our average visitor. Oh. Well, classes are over today, so feel free to relax here if you like. Thank you for the offer. She seems like a sweet old lady. Someone else here. There's someone in the bed. Whew, I'm feeling way better now. The fever is flying, so I thought it was smart to rest in here. Medical instructor Beatrix. The medicine instructor Beatrix gave me really good tricks. Right, I was about to say, isn't this like early days? I was like, alright, you skipped 2 weeks. Receptionist Bianca. It's been half a month since the entrance ceremony. You'd imagine you start getting used to life here. I know it's a lot to take in, but it's easy. But as long as you keep your head up, I'm sure you'll adjust soon. Speed reading and speaking do not go together. Mint. I was trying to get to my club when this window started harassing me. All I wanted was someone to tell me where the music room is. Do you know? Still don't know my way around the academy. But before that, I need to get away from this guy. Vincent. Oh, lost little lamb, worry no longer. Bride Vincent, the noble escort, Floral, will take you wherever your heart desires. Noble escort, what does that even mean? Well, I could joke that technically that could imply he's a prostitute, but we'll see. Name the place and I shall guide you there like an elegant bird leading its chicks. Master Vincent is the only son of the Floral family. Despite his pedigree, it would be wise to take his words with a healthy degree of skepticism. For instance, he may claim to be a noble escort. While he may claim to be a noble escort, most women he offers his services to reject him, probably for good reason. There's some truth to Vincent's noble escort claim. His nobility is by no means in question. His ability to attract women, however, most certainly is. So there's definitely side characters already being established. Hello? Janitor Geiler. New student, huh? Well, I'm the janitor, and here's my room. If you're ever in need of advice, I'll help you in any way I can. Even if you bust a window or free, you can let me know. I won't get after you too much. Alright, you'll be the first to know if I started dating the school's class. Alright, let's go out. If I remember correctly, the Student Union building should be east of the main building. It doesn't seem like this is too urgent though, so maybe I can head over after familiarizing myself with campus. There's more than 4 to just the main building and its classrooms. There are many other facilities located on the campus. The auditorium is used for events like the entrance ceremony. Although this building is normally closed, it'll be open during certain events. So basically, you don't really have to go and check on it every time. You probably can't, usually. The field is home to more athletic activities, such as track competitions. Many sports clubs like the lacrosse, Sterling Archer would be proud, and riding clubs. Use this area to practice too. The gymnasium is used for general training purposes. There you'll find the pool and training hall. An inside pool. Nice. These two facilities are managed by the swimming and fencing club respectively. As such, the gym is usually a likely spot. The engineering building is a de facto placement for the augment maintenance and managed by the engineering team. Well, you can't enter it for now. You'll find yourself here again and again during your time at Boars. The library holds a variety of paper and books for your perusal and serves as a handy space for study and research. You can also brush up on all of the Zemurian technology you can handle. The Student Union Building is a place for students to relax and unite. There's something about the fact that there's like a signal for applause there that gets me. The first floor houses some stores and a cafeteria. You'll find the culture clubs on the second floor in a salon reserved for upper class students on the third. I assume by upper class it means noble, so we probably can't access that then. As Reen said earlier, it doesn't have a drop of noble blood. VV. The year seems like a long time. My work is to serve that some fun while we're here. Now, if there was something fun to do, where would I hide? Hard work, yeah. A noble student doing gardening, huh? It might seem a little quaint, but gardening is both fun and enriching. We'd love to have you join our club if you have so much of a budding interest. I'll teach you everything there is to know about things. So, lacrosse, riding, swimming, fencing, gardening, art. So I'm guessing despite being a military academy, I was right. There is a level... This seems to just mostly also be the major educational center for the area. It's this way. Oh, the old schoolhouse. The map says there's no one here. The front doors are locked. The old building is closed up tight now, probably for the best considering the monsters roaming inside. Orienteering or no, I can't believe we were thrown in right after an entrance ceremony. So welcome. Some welcome. I have no real reason to be here right now, so I should start heading to the student council. Oof. Okay, so he carries his sword. I was thinking maybe he doesn't carry his sword around because we at the beginning of this chapter we saw him hanging it on his wall. So he's carrying his sword around at all times. We just don't see it on the model. What was that? Was that just my mind playing tricks on me? No, there's something off about this place. It's definitely not just my imagination. All the more reason to keep my distance at the moment. Okay. Well, again, as pointed out by that gargoyle thing, things turning from stone into a monster is not normal, so obviously that place is supernatural in some other way too. Monk. with a U. I don't know if I can find any good material this one. Just talking to myself. Class 7 might be my treasure trove. I get the feeling that we're seeing the makings of some of the side quests. Like, I feel like he might ask us for materials from monsters we might face throughout the game. I could be reading too far into it. He might just be part of like a side plot or something that will come to fruition at some point right down the line. Whoa there! These ladies in the lacrosse get-ups are looking mighty-fine. I don't know why I chose this way of speaking. It'd be a crime against photography if I didn't snap some pics. No, that's way too sleazy. I actually feel like I need to take a cold shower now. Okay, that's a storehouse. Very sourcefully in here. Yeah, what's this one door? Throw the camera back forward. It's like weirdly reactive to the joysticks. Welcome to the riding club. I'm the current captain, Lambert Mock. I'm gonna go with Mock, because I'm pretty sure that's how you say Mock. Or spell it. And this is my trusty Steve Whitaker. Are you a new recruit by any chance? If you've got the slightest interest in joining, by all means, please do. Can I talk to the horse? I cannot talk to the horse. There are a number of horses in the state. Oh, hello. Listen, she's passionate. Joining a sports team does seem like something to be of interest. Oh, so I should probably talk to you, Skelstrat. When you think of traditional Airbonia sports, the word lacrosse should come screaming into your mind. The three key pillars of the sport are the three key pillars of youth itself: friendship, hard work, success. Now, who's ready to make the most of their youth with us? Try to control yourself, Emily. You'll scare them off at this rate. Oh, are you here to join the lacrosse team? I'm sorry to tell you this, but this club's for girls only. Huh. I take back my Sterling Archer would be proud. Why? I think he'd be just mildly amused. Oh, but he might be proud, even if it's female only. Many people are playing lacrosse at least. Alyssa and I are taking a look at all the clubs here. Do you care to join us, Rick? Emma, what are you saying? Alright, I'm sorry, mate. It's fine, don't worry about it. Yep, that's gonna continue. I'm not much of sorts myself. I think the literature club would be a better fit for me. Oh, they have a literature club. So that's the Alyssa girl I played too much about. She has a different air about her than other first names. She's awfully cocky for a commoner. It's true, we can't actually tell who any of our own classmates are unless they say so, because we all wear red uniforms. Which again is why Matthias's call out of Eustace earlier on seems even more unwarranted. Because again, we weren't wearing anything that would have signified nobility. We called him out purely on what we believe was personality. Hey there, Becky. Once again, I'm not going to read all of these. So two friends ask each other about clubs, and one of them being considered wacko by the other. Got it. That's student union. Ah, Matthias. Why is he in there? What's wrong? It's nothing. Oh well, I'll just return the dorms for today. I'm guessing Eustace is in there. He tends to regularly refill the library with his presence. I need to find a new place to study. So why am I the one who needs to go somewhere else? You can't make me go anywhere. Yeah, it seems like it's more of your hang-up, that one. I mean, you don't have to. You just need to tolerate his presence, which means don't call him out, and don't fall for his baiting. In the library, you'll find books detailing key terminology on the second floor and recommended reading corner is updated almost every month, so it's worth checking on a regular thing. Okay. So even if I'm not interested in reading these books for the screen, I should check in because these books will get added anyway. Okay, cool. And now I can reference that at any time without having to come back straight to the library. So we're gonna take 2 minutes and just grab some of the books. Oh. Jesus. Well, I figured out skip. Wait, crosswalk. Sits on the western side of Zumuria, between the Arabunian Empire and the Alvard Republic. It was established as an autonomous state 70 years ago, and the two neighbors still dispute its ownership. At the center lies Crossbell City, one of the continent's key centers of commerce. And I know because someone made an English translation and made a beautiful trailer for it for Tales of Something, and it takes place in Crossbell because you're playing like the police for it. But I don't know where that takes place in the timeline, so all I know is Tales of the Skies takes place before this. That's about the amount I have an idea of the Trail series. It's key. In addition to being a key station on the Transcontinental Railroad, the city is home to a major international airport. Okay, so they have planes or airships? Orbital art. Wait, orbital network. I'm kind of interested. Develop so that fits. Information between computers, between orbital cables. Okay, so computer providers. It's basically MBN. Coordinate ports. This is also why I know it took place before. The Bracelets Guild was a thing in Trails of the Sky. The only reason I know some of this is because I played Trails of the Sky on the PSP, the original game. I never end up getting into it. I actually don't know if these are all getting added to my books or not, so I probably can't. Nope. Okay. Let's talk to Eustace. Do you have a club you should be running off to? Nope, still haven't decided whether I want to join one yet. How about you? Saying, none have managed to catch my interest so far. I'm in no hurry. If any have merit, I'll find out sooner or later. Well, that sounds like you, I guess. You do things at your own pace and your own discretion, just like a noble. It doesn't take a noble to exercise critical thinking and sound judgment, at least in theory. If that's all you have to say, then leave me be. I'm not looking to be friends with you or anyone else. Right. Sorry for bothering you. Oh, he still comes up with the damage. I found this very exciting novel series the other day. The real page turners. So obviously not everything here is purely educational, much like a real library. A burying Carol. Hello, welcome to the library. You'll be very familiar with it by the end of your tenure at this academy. It's almost a second home for some students. Not only do we have every book you could imagine, but the quiet atmosphere makes it a perfect study spot. Feel free to come along whenever you like. You never turn away an inquisitive mind. Okay. What's the one place we haven't been? The gymnasium, right? That's the auditorium. That's that Where was it? Engineering, which they said we can't get into. I guess no one's here. Judging from that. Yeah, right. We walked right past it. I didn't go into it. Like an idiot. It's a giant. Monica. I'm sure that they've created several NPCs, if nothing, with actual names and that, because we're in a confined environment. 2 years of schooling means there's only us first years, and the second years just above us. So would it be, and considering how small the first year entry seems to be, judging from the entrance ceremony, I wouldn't say it's too much of a stretch to believe that there's only like 90 people total, maybe 100. Oh, this thing. Give me your uniform. I assume you're part of Class 7. That's right. Mind if I ask who you are? The name's Patrick. From Class 1. I'm not gonna give him that. It's gonna... I don't know. Say his lines with maybe a bit of venom. I'm Ryan Schwarzer. Nice to meet you. Do you really think the feeling is mutual? I couldn't in good conscience say I'm pleased to meet anyone who's from the same pathetic group of nobody's calling itself a class. While you're at this academy, it would serve you well to remember your place. We wouldn't want comrades to start thinking of themselves, start thinking our little special treatment makes them better than nobles now, would we? The thought couldn't be further from my mind. Thanks for the advice. This guy's a real peach. If there were not sent to, if this game wasn't like, what, PG, I'm sure it would have said, this guy's a real bitch. Of course, he's challenging the captain purely based on his noble pedigree. Hopefully, he puts him in his place. Oh, not the captain, but his second year. Oh, he might not be a second year. Still, I hope he gets put in his place. Because as I pointed out in the two previous streams, I don't like the idea of a class system. Again, if I'm benefiting from it, I have a bias. But in general, I don't believe a class system is good for anything but... Wait, what was it? This is the girls' locker room. If I walk there, my death would be swift. Blissful, but swift. I don't believe the class system can lead to anything good. Ever. It just seems like a surefire way to get people with people. Your body, but your soul too. Towards that will become the best motivational speaker, huh? Fascinating. Because there are some things you can only do well with students. It looks like I have a lot I can learn from this. An application curious? Okay. Good for you. Oh, cool. I was expecting this... I don't know why. I was expecting... I have these, like, Dragon Quest moments where I think something's gonna be, like, a separate area, and then I forget this game is, all things aside, actually pretty big. So the CrossFit Club, the Swimming Club, they have rooms, but they're not programmed in. Fencing, and the equestrian. Makes sense. It looks like they'll probably mostly program their events to be outside when they're available. It's, in the case of lacrosse and fencing, and equestrian, they're out in the field, while the swimming has the pool and fencing has their own sparring room. Alright, so if I need to not trigger auto and then turn the camera. Student Union. Academy, Student Union.
This should be the Student Union building. I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the Student Council room is.
Hey there,
The
first
end
year.
of the hallway. We were told.
How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half?
Oh, yeah, it has. Guess he must be a second year. It's not easy, but I'm managing. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Of course it will. Your class is gonna be more intense than the others too. But you just hang in there, okay?
Okay. Wait. You're a second year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Hey now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, how about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
Trick?
You got a 50 mirror coin I could...
I think so. Pretty sure I do, anyway.
Remind
Cheers.
itself. The holding the A button just skips dialogue. So that might be sometimes why I'm skipping dialogue.
All right, watch closely.
Huh?
Now,
It fell between.
which hand is the coin in? Left or right?
It's in your...
I literally saw it fall between. I'm just kidding.
Too bad.
Guess you win. I'm usually pretty good at following moving objects, too. Though, wait. You said this was a trick, which means...
You catch on quick.
Huh?
Yeah, but I saw the modal pass his hand specifically down the screen, which told me it wasn't just graphical glitch.
Keep up the good work, man. You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor. Oh, and the student council room is on the second floor, furthest room back. See you around.
What an interesting guy who just stole 50 coin from me.
Wait! My 50... mirror.
Yeah.
He got me. Andy seemed to know I was heading to the student council room, too. Somehow. Nice good. I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that. Oh well. At least now I know where I'm going.
Seems like a majority of the second years we have met are just club presidents.
Though if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. I might as well see what else people are up to in here.
Good idea. Canteen, huh? Canteen and the campus store. As you might expect, the canteen sells a number of different kinds of food. Meanwhile, the store sells combat equipment like weapons and recovery items. It makes it the best place to stock up on supplies and buy new equipment on campus. Can't sell us anything, probably because of that combat test. They're probably expecting us to still be running off weapons and levels from that first dungeon, especially since I didn't really grind in it. But I kind of just want to get through the prologue, which is why I remember I ran this game 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row now actually, because I ran the earlier Fallout stream instead at like midday instead. I like tomato sandwich. Which mirror do we have? 0. I spent it all. Does any... I haven't even touched the DLC. Does any of this have... Huh. got the names of people I've met in it. Okay, so they got some generic students. So it's not every student is unique, but obviously there are a fair few since they do have names. There's always someone every year who tries to steal food, huh? That sucks. No lower class student allowed. It literally is the only thing on the first floor too. The literary club. Oh, I was right, it was on the floor. First years to join. We got one in the photography class, but he's already showing up late, slacking off. Totals in class. Okay. You meet a character, learn their fetishes straight away. Secondary chess club? He says, oh, I get it. This is one of those things where the nobles have made their own thing because they don't want to share it with commoners. Imperial fishing. Gone fishing. Okay. I mean, I guess anything deviating from that would be, I don't know, leaders over in the literature. History's not even being used. Student council. Yeah, we pretty much covered everything. No.
Hello? Please come in. It's open.
I recognize that voice. Pardon the interruption.
The girl from, yeah. The girl from the, front gate.
Oh, you're that girl.
It's been about 2 weeks, hasn't it? Welcome to the student council room, Reen Schwarzer. Instructor Sarah sent you, right?
Yes. So, you're a member of the student council then? I wonder if she got moved up a few years. She looks even younger than Fee.
Is something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering, are you a second-year student?
I mean, that's probably the best way to ask.
I am, but there's no need for formalities with me. There's no junior or senior in my book.
Toa Herschel.
The name's Toa Herschel.
I got that pronunciation straight away. I
I'm
love
the
it when I
student
do
council
that right.
president.
President?
Uh-huh. Does that surprise you?
I actually looked up this game a little bit, but I tried to avoid spoilers. But what I did learn is apparently her design is completely identical in, I think, one of the Antelia games. There's a character of the same name and design.
I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to interact
I might
with
be
you and
wrong
the other
about that, but
first
I do
years
know her
during your time
design
here.
used elsewhere.
So if there's anything you need help with, you just come and let me know, okay? I'll do everything in my power to make it better.
Thank you. That's very kind. She's seriously the student council president? That's hard to believe. So, the reason I've come here is because you're holding on to something for Class 7, right?
Oh, of course. Here you go. Yours is the one on top.
Let's see.
Student notebook.
Oh, our student notebooks. I completely forgot about these.
Well, I pretty much found everyone, I'm pretty sure, so shouldn't be too hard.
I'm
to
really sorry it's taken
dole
so
these
long.
out.
Class 7's curriculum is pretty different from any of the other classes. And you're even using a different kind of battle orbment, so yours had to be compiled separately.
Meaning these notebooks have information in them.
The Arcus, yes. All the student notebooks double as instruction manuals for their accompanying battle orbments. And the other first years are all using the same type as last year, so we could just reuse last year's template.
Okay.
But the archetype you're using works quite differently, so we had to write a whole new set of directions from scratch.
Ah.
Okay, that makes sense. But wait, who's we?
Pretty
As
much
in-
just me. Instructor Sarah asked me to do it on her behalf. Which means it's my fault this has taken so long. I'm really sorry.
She's an instructor who should be doing it herself.
Oh, no. If anything, it sounds like we owe you a huge debt of gratitude for putting so much time and effort in. Is that really part of the student council's job, though?
Yeah.
It seems more like something our instructor should be handling herself.
Look at that face. Look at that face. He is real unimpressed.
Technically, you're right, but she's always so busy. And I help out the other instructors a lot too, so I don't mind lending her a hand from time to time.
What a
You
nice
probably
person.
should.
Maybe a little too nice for her own good. I doubt she ever gets a moment's rest around here. So you just need me to give these to the other students in class 7, right?
Yes, please. I really appreciate what you've all agreed to do too.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard all about it from Instructor Sarah.
What did she volunteer us for?
She said you've agreed to help out the student council with our work, right?
No. No, I knew it. I knew it had to be an ulterior motive. It was something she should have done, got us to do, and it turns out she volunteered us. 10 out of 10 instructor. Would talk to again.
It's such a nice gesture. You're really getting Class 7 off to a great start here at the Academy.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Didn't you tell her that you wanted to help ease our workload? Something about wanting to better yourselves? To prove you were worthy of being a part of this prestigious new class?
That sounds like some crock she made up.
She said you were all really eager to help out, so I should try to delegate some of my duties to you.
Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Mwah.
First up. Really? Secondly, they recorded that line. I don't get why that whole sequence was unvoiced then. Thirdly, I was goddamn right. I was goddamn right with being able to hear that inflection. It was always going to be super bad for us.
Mwah, indeed.
There are so many hearts in this game.
I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand her or something?
You didn't. She didn't tell anyone.
Oh, how embarrassing. I didn't mean to start trying to force work onto you when you've only just enrolled.
There's no way I can turn her down.
You're too kind-hearted.
No. Instructor Sarah's absolutely right. Your plate is as full as I've seen, so if I can help you in any way, please let me.
Which is fair.
Phew. I thought there had been a terrible misunderstanding there for a moment.
There was, but still.
But don't worry, I won't give you anything too difficult. It'll mostly just be fulfilling requests from people in the Academy and in Trista.
Requests?
Yep. Sometimes people send in feedback and list things they'd like us to do for them, and we try to help out however we can. I'll pick some up for you to do by the end of the day, and drop the list in your mailbox at your dorm tomorrow morning. Will that be okay with you?
Sure thing. Thanks. Dusk already? What a day. Can't believe she wound up treating me to dinner in the cafeteria. And she's still got more student council work to do yet. How is she so busy?
I'm surprised that it stays open that late.
Hello? This is Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Guten Tag, my favorite little Wunderkind.
That's the instructor.
I hear you had a nice little dinner date with the student council president. Ooh la la.
I mean, we all knew this is what it was going to come down to.
If this is how you treat your favorite little wunderkind, I dread to think how you treat people you don't like. Would you care to explain why you've been signing me up for things behind my back?
I'll skip the details for now, but it's got something to do with the other part of your curriculum that I'll be announcing next week. I thought it'd be a good chance for one of you to do a little rehearsal before the main event. And since the student council truly is busy, I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? A fine plan, if I do say so myself.
You would, wouldn't you?
I have a feeling half the reason they're as busy as they are is because of certain instructors. But all right, I'm happy to play along. Basically, you just want me to spend my free day tomorrow help.
Oh, that's entirely up to you. If there's a club you're interested in joining, far be it from me to force you away from it.
No, to be honest, I still haven't found one that really clicks with me, so that won't be a problem.
Yeah.
There is one question I'd like to ask, though. Why me, exactly? This seems like the kind of task typically entrusted to the class president or vice president, so Emma or Machias. And even if you were choosing based on social class, Eustace and Laura were both born into noble families. I wasn't. So what makes me so special, exactly?
But I just realized what he said there. They were born into noble families. He didn't say they are nobles. I'm not. He said they were born into it. I'm not. And the only reason I'm treating that with suspicion is because earlier on the game itself drew suspicion on the fact that he said he has not a drop of noble's blood.
Well, in a sense, you're effectively at the center of Class 7.
Pardon?
I'm not saying you're its leader, of course, but in a class full of nobles, commoners, and exchange students, you in particular are special. Surely even you can see that, no?
Well...
That's why I decided to give you first dibs, so to speak. I wanted to get an idea of how things might go from here on out. There's never been a class like yours before, after all. So there you have it. The beans have been spilled all over the place. Ball's in your court now.
Wait, what are you drinking?
Beer, of course.
Oh, great. For any of you who have ever watched Evangelion, you'll get this. She's a Masato, is what I'm getting.
It's the weekend, and I'm stuck wasting away in my room, imbibing libations. Alas, all by my lonesome.
She does her voice. Her voice actress is hitting it out of the park.
If only I had a classy gentleman friend who'd go out drinking with me. But woe of woes, such a man is nary to be found.
Are you okay?
Never better. But you, instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along. And on that note, make sure you're back in the dorm by curfew and all transgressions will be forgiven. Toodles!
Yeah.
If I don't plant myself somewhere, huh? She may have a few screws loose, but she's got a point. Maybe I should just try going with the flow and see what comes of it.
Really, that was all of chapter 1. Or is that just like mid-screen? Because it didn't give me a save point. You can view overall achievements and character tabs. Okay. Alright. First free day. Story will progress should you return to Ream's room. Oh, I see. like keeping track of things. Oh cool, now I have a map. Caius. And some marks inside your name. When you're studying, don't fall behind. I'm sorry, I just don't want to voice everyone. Gaius! North Highlands. I should have read up about them, actually. So the North Highlands, despite the previous emperor getting his allies from it, must not be part of the empire. If Gaius is considered a student from abroad. Eustace. Student notebook. That's kind of true. He's treating us hostile, but it's not like outwardly hostile. It seems like he just doesn't want to get involved in anything. The rooms are not soundproofed, huh? Floor above us. 3 floors, huh? Fees room. I expect this to be short and simple. She's trying to be a mediator. Laura. Oh. Gosh darn it, I skipped by accident again. Let's see if I can figure out a... Nah, there isn't a log. At least not by controller, as far as I can tell. Explanation. Listen. So she doesn't want her last name to be known. Of course it isn't a real name. It'd be weird to know someone whose name is only something is only a single letter. Teacher? She went, look, no, okay, I throw out the PG, this game must be rocking equivalent to an M, or a PG-15 or something, because I've got to give this line just as it deserves. Wow, she went from Placid the Bastard in a blink of an eye. It's like there's more to her than I thought. give credence to the idea that she probably has more than is obvious. Think. Yeah, I think that's the last one. Let's go back up to third. Yeah. Because there are 9, 5 boys, 4 girls, and Marine counts among them. So yeah, that should be everything. Not just yet. Just gonna quickly save. Oh yeah. Student council at task. And note whether you lost. Can't find student notebook. Would anyone be willing? I'll be on the first floor of the student union. Alright. Principal Van Dyke. About the old schoolhouse. George on the engineering floor. So we'll go on the engineering floor then. You can have a request. Bonding points. On free days, special events can be triggered with certain classmates and sub-characters. These are called bonding events. 1 point will be consumed. I get it. Normally, I remember this from when I last played this, normally you don't have as many points as I do right now. The only reason I have this many points is because as the first part of the series showed, I borrowed a save file that had already been complete and then added the option to have the maximum amount of points, which I believe are the maximum amount of points you can have you need for to do all the events in a single run. Maybe you're thinking why, and it's like because I don't want to run through this game more than once for the stream. Also because there is some content that's only available on a second or more playthrough. Quick travel! And it shows me where all the important characters are and events. Nice. Now, actually, now that I remember it, I did touch these before in a different save. Okay, so casual clothes. Let's grab a bunch of these. How do the others look like? Well, I can't equip it to people who aren't in my party. Here we go. And that's why we haven't had a map in most of these areas. That's where I'm at the fast level. Okay. Alright, I get it now. I see what you're putting down, game. There's a lot. I see, there are 3 events throughout the day that I can take part in. One with Laura, one with Machias, and one with Elliot. guy whose name was on the gone fishing for the fishing pole. Aerial fishing pole. Yep. Okay, so he's just gonna give us fishing stuff. Okay. Let's do a little fishing. After casting or press B, filling in a fish. Okay, let's just give it a shot.
Wow, this is a big one! Wow, this is a big one!
The trout. They puffed up for stuff. This is one of the more fun mini games for fishing that I've played in recently.
Caught one!
Oh, cool. And once you know what fish it is, you can see it. Or could you see it the whole time?
Caught one!
Honestly, I'm more paying attention to the thing. The instruction of what we should hit. Oh yeah, you can see it the whole time.
Not bad.
Okay, so we're not gonna get anything more from there. Fishing into Marx. Where else we could fish? One shot. Mix. Nice, got a fair bit. Alright. I'm guessing bringing Marx and people. Oh. Okay, so they've met a few people around town. That's nice. As I said, in the 2 weeks that the characters have existed in town, it's not like this weird bubble where they're just learning everything. It's like, no, it's been here, but they haven't really had a chance to visit us. But their presence as neighbors exists. mean drunk? Once again, though, I am digging this casual outfit. That's cool. And a sage. General list. The locals like it. It seems like the town's built up around the academy anyway. Surely, you saw the books, and I saw the mirror. You never know when these things might be useful. I'll avoid speaking to him and make characters straight away. Some of this more. That's nice. Again, it's a military academy, but obviously graduates don't specifically go into the military. Alright, we've hit an hour and a half. That seems to be the average lifespan of these streams, so yeah. Let's switch that to closing. Alright. So that's another day of Trials of Cold Steel. There it is. Trails of Cold Steel. Yeah, that was fun. I think this will be a fun series. We might do longer stretches of it, but for now, I'm happy with the short ones, especially because I did the Fallout stream earlier, and that was a few hours. And I kind of do want to go play a bit more Fallout, but I don't want to do it off stream, so I might just do like a quiet stream Fallout if I'm still up for it in 10 minutes. But yeah, no, that was today's streams. Tomorrow again, I'll be mentioning this at the end of pretty much every stream. Well, I guess really only this stream now. Tomorrow Monday will be the last day of the non-stop nightly streams. We'll be going to a more regular schedule of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. With Thursdays and the weekends being maybes, but not regular schedule. So yeah, we'll be for most streams. We'll start at about 8 o'clock. If I'm running late, we'll start somewhere between there and 9. If I'm not on at 9, I'll find some way to inform the masses. I might attach a Twitter or something and keep updates that way. But yeah, that'll be the regular schedule, and I'll have that posted somewhere, or I'll make a graphic for it and put it in the like the description stuff below. Anyway, thank you for watching. I am really enjoying this series, and hopefully we can get through this game, decently fast, because I do kind of want to. I am enjoying the basic concept. I see some of the basic plot lines, the dynamics. They're really kind of juicing this Tsundere from Elise storyline so far. So I hope that doesn't last too long. But I also completely understand if it does. Yeah. So yeah, our two major series will be Fallout for the Western RPG half, and Trails for the JRPG. On nights where I'm not feeling it, we'll either do Stardew or Hades, and that'll be fun. Yeah. So have a good night. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you tomorrow at, hopefully, if everything works on time, 8 o'clock. So, good night, everyone. I'm going to take a quick break. We may do a just real short Fallout stream, but don't hold your breath. It is getting a little late, and I am getting a bit tired. Good night.